Today we're going to talk about exit scams, and I'm going to bring this to you because this is possibly two exit scams that are taking place on two programs that I've talked heavily about on this channel. So we're going to talk about both of these cryptocurrency exit scam, cryptocurrency projects that look like they could be exit scamming. Now, do I think that they're actually exit scamming? I don't think so. But listen, the problem is I'm biased, and I'm biased to have to give both of these projects the benefit of the doubt. And the reason that I'm biased is because I've believed in them and I've liked them so much. So you'll have to make your own decision. Let me know in the comments what you think. I'm going to talk about both of these right now. First of all, the first one, believe it or not, is Cryptotab. You notice four page not found. You don't see the little thing down here normally. So let me tell you what happened today earlier on Cryptotab. I actually, and I took a screenshot. I should have put it on this video. But earlier today, I logged in here to do a withdrawal. I had about 100,000 Satoshi, and as you know, I earn about 100,000 Satoshi every 10 days, and I do a withdrawal, and I've been using that to try to experiment with different sort of advertising resources or whatnot. And unfortunately, I even have some ad resources running right now, which is, may end up being a waste of time and money or time and crypto on my part. When I went to log in here, all of a sudden it showed that I had 1 Bitcoin worth of earnings. Well, that could not possibly be accurate. I mean, I get 10,000 Satoshi a day roughly, 13,000, 14,000 on a good day. So that could not be accurate. And a little while later, it showed 3 Bitcoin. And a little while after that, I ended up with 9.6 or 7 Bitcoin, I think, at one point. I knew it wasn't right. I figured it was a glitch and it would just work itself out. Well, it did after a couple of hours. It kind of reset everything. And it reset everything basically to 0. And then I was like, okay, well, where's my 100,000 Satoshi? I should get that, right? When I say to 0, it said it, I think it said it to 4085. I may not have 4,000 and something Satoshi. I may not have gotten anything since then, which is part of what's caused me some concern. I didn't worry about it at first. And again, we're going to be talking about 2 projects. I'll talk about the next project here in a minute. I didn't worry about it at first, but the fact that I've not gained any more crypto since then, and you can clearly see I have hash rate running. And when the video is not running, I'm at almost 300 hash per second. I don't have any of my personal mining up here. Nothing for affiliates. And when I did not notice this about an hour ago. Wow, it's not moving. And just before this video, I went to kind of check everything out. And I came over here and I was like, okay, let me just see what's going on in my mining network. And as you can see, oh, wait a minute. This is back up. This is a good sign. This was not up a minute ago. I got a 404 error. Okay, so this is good. That's good. My numbers look good there. Let's see. Awesome. This is very good. This is a good... Oh, look at that. There's my Satoshi back on this video. Wait a minute. I'm going to refresh. It just showed you my earnings. So it shows 4,000 there. The mining network, if it comes back, shows 95,000. Okay, that makes sense. That I should be at. I thought it would have been over that by now, but that's more accurate. So let's see if it'll let me do a withdrawal over here. I'm not going to do a withdrawal yet. I'm going to make sure they work everything out. But earlier, none of these pages were coming up earlier. That's good. 95. That's all in line. Okay, so maybe this is a good thing. Let's go back to dashboard. Okay, it's showing the 95,000 there. That's weird, but when I click on this little thing here, it doesn't. It still doesn't. But I click on the mining network. So there's some issues going on here. I think I know what's going on. I'll tell you in a minute. Let's just check some more things out first. If I click on affiliates, what comes up there? A while ago it was a 404 page. Like literally nothing was working on that I was clicking on. It looks like it's going to work. We'll give it a minute. Let's check this out. This is what I clicked on earlier. This is usually the little boost page. And that's the first thing that I saw an error on. And I thought, what in the world? Why would there be an error there? By the way, this page is still thinking that I clicked on a minute ago. It should take me to the dashboard. The problem that I have is if it doesn't come up, it makes me feel, okay, it did come up. I was saying it starts to make me feel like maybe it's just loaded on memory of my hard drive. Okay, there's boost. That's backup. So that's good. All this looks good. It says I referred 37,000. Is that right? That doesn't feel right. 37,000. Okay, all this looks good. Wait. No, the earnings are off again. See this? This is off. Clearly there's something going on here. I think I know what it is. I'm just gonna look. You know what? I'm just gonna hold off on it for now. So here's what I think's going on. And I was genuinely nervous. I didn't think they were exit scamming, but when I clicked on every page and saw they were gone, when I was saying that I'm mining and I'm not seeing anything, any credit for my mining right here, I'm gonna click on it personally, see if it takes me back to dashboard. Okay. Okay, those numbers look more accurate. It shows installs. Okay, that's today. Okay, so interesting. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Now the numbers look like they're about right. As when I did boost earlier, when I clicked on that boost button, they weren't working. So clearly they're working on some things behind the scenes. I'm gonna try it one more time to see what it says. I don't know where it's getting to 35,000. I think that's inaccurate, but that's okay. Anyway, it says I can click on it. Takes me back to mining network. All right, and again it shows 0.43. So earlier that's what was happening. It was showing some funky numbers. We'll have to wait and see. Okay, so here's what I think is going on. Yesterday I got an email. The email said that they were introducing something called Orange Pie or whatever, and they make it sound really positive. But the email itself wasn't clear. Let me see if I can find the email. I'll bring it up for you. Hang on. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, here's the email. It sent me to this link here. Monetize your traffic. Get your slice of the crypto pie. And notice it's got a different logo here. Monetize your traffic using an advanced payment model will reward you not only for each installation, but you also get a long-term income source from constantly growing installations on the next levels up to the 10th. Now here's the key. Anytime you're in business, anytime you're responsible for leading a group, and if you have to make a change, you typically make a change for either they're making this change because they want growth, they're making this change because they've got complaints, or they're making this change because financially, for some reason, they need to or have to, or it's better for the longevity of the company, the organization. It's really hard to know exactly why the change is being made. But sometimes, if you know the change is not going to be positive for your clients, your customers, your business team, whatever you're leading, then sometimes you have to put a positive spin on it. And I feel like this is either a poorly worded document or it's very cleverly worded, and I'm not sure why. And let's go through it and you'll see what I'm talking about. Monetize your traffic using an advanced payment model will reward you not only for each installation, but you will also get a long-term income source from constantly growing installations on the next level up to the 10th level. Now, we know we make a long-term income source from mining, but they didn't say that. You'll get a long-term income source from constantly growing installations on the next levels up to the 10th. Okay, so they keep paying out to the 10th level. But what are they paying out on? High commissions, ready-made promo material, flexible earnings model, easy withdrawal, no delays, no limits, friendly and reliable user support. Get up to 2 USD per installation. Hard to believe, but it's true. Every single installation may bring you a potentially unlimited amount of USD. Okay. See, that's interesting, right? Where am I getting unlimited USD from? Is it mining? The users you've brought into the program will be motivated to invite more and more new users. Each of them will become your income source for a long time. You will get paid for their installation or mining earnings. The same applies to their own affiliates up to the 10th level. Notice the key word here was or, not and. So it looks like they're either trying to move to this model, potentially, or you can opt into this model. And if you can opt into it, that's fine. I would never do it. I mean, I understand why people do it. The people who do this are people who are trying to run traffic, and they're trying to make quick money, but then it's done. but I would never do this, and I'll explain why I would never do this in a minute. I think financially, in some ways, you get screwed by doing this, and you miss out on a lot more long-term income. Please note, only users from the following locations will bring you commissions for installations: United Kingdom, United States, Canada, and Australia. There are not too many Cryptotab users in these countries yet, so you have a great chance to conquer those fresh markets and obtain a large affiliate network. For example, our first Brazilian partners managed to develop networks with tens of thousands of users. Okay. Hurry to grab your piece of the yummy orange pie while it's still hot. Scroll down to learn more. Earnings model. You get $2. You get $2 for each approved Cryptotab browser installation. Check this out. On Windows or Mac OS from countries listed below. In other words, desktops, not mobile devices. When your affiliates invite new users, you get 30% of affiliate commissions for each installation. So when your referrals refer somebody, you get 30% of $2, which is 60 cents. When any of these new users invite affiliates, you get a commission too. Your network can grow like this. So see how it looks very similar? Even similar-ish percentages, except it's 30% to 15 to 7.5 to 3.5 to 2, 1, 0.5, 0.32%. What are they talking about? Only on $2, it's only paid one time. So when they talk about long-term reoccurring, all they're talking about is it's reoccurring as long as the people below you keep recruiting affiliates, which you're going to get a part of $2. Commission size depends on a level. Users on the first level bring you the highest income, on the second level a bit less, and so on. Remember, you'll be paid for installations by users from the US, United Kingdom, Canada, and Australia only. Users from other countries will be added to your Cryptotab mining network instead. So this is only if they're from the US, UK, Australia, or Canada, and on Windows and OS. All countries except US, UK, Canada, and Australia. New users from other countries will automatically be added to your Cryptotab mining network, which can also have up to 10 levels. With the mining network, you get a percent of cryptocurrency mined by your affiliates. It's a long-term income. The more active miners in the network, the higher your income. And of course, 15, 10, 5, 3, 2, and so on, like they currently have. And we pay you a percent of cryptocurrency mined by users on each level. Every single installation starts a chain reaction, which leads to multiple further installations. The mining network grows like a snowball, and so does your income. No, it doesn't grow like a snowball. I mean, it grows like a snowball for a moment until at some point, people are done bringing in new users. Orange Pie is a perfect solution to monetize your multi-geo traffic related to any theme or niche and get extra benefits from the affiliate program. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Detailed statistics, highly, okay. Payments in Bitcoin, long-term income, every single installation, again, unlimited withdrawal. Will count as valid users who activate Cryptotab account in the browser. Download and install Cryptotab browser via your link. Okay. We welcome honesty, will not tolerate cheating. Sorry, I'm just being fully aware of their actions. We'll ignore installation. Okay. So here's the challenge. I don't like this, but I think that's where some of the issues are coming with the browser. I think that's what's going on. Oh, that just moved. Look at this. Yay. Look, it looks like it's back. It's working. I just clicked it right here. So hopefully I'll be able to make a withdrawal later today. Notice this is back here. Let's see what mining says. Okay, that's similar. Let's see what this says. Was that it? Oh no, sorry. It was the boost button. Does it say 37,000? Literally during this video, still says 37,000. Literally during this video, you guys have seen the changes. Okay. I think there was some sort of tweak with them trying to make this new adjustment. I don't know if this, I sent in an email for clarification. Let me tell you something. They're paying out approximately $10 is what they're paying out. And by the way, here's the rates. $2 US, UK, blah, blah, blah. And then down below, so it's 30%. So they're paying $2 first level, 30%, 15, 7.5, 3. I haven't done the math on this, but somewhere I read it ends up being about $10 that they're paying out on every level to everybody. Okay, right? So you're not the only one earning this. There's someone above you earning, so on and so forth. So if you did the math on all that, that's probably what you're earning if you just added everything together, or at least what's getting paid out on one user. So if they're willing to pay out, the highest possible earner is going to be someone from the US, UK, Canada, and Australia who downloads this on their desktop or their laptop. And they're willing to pay out $2 or $5 or $10. It doesn't matter. That tells you that they know on average they're going to make way more than that. And I'm going to tell you right now, like if they're only going to pay on short term on these, I don't like it at all. In the email that I had, they said based off of my network, somehow they done the math electronically, I would make like $2,600 or $2,900. It was well over $2,000, and that's great. That's more than I've earned now, but I plan to earn much more than that long term on the Cryptotab browser. And I happen to know that I have a lot of US and UK members, and I can tell you why I know that, because I get a lot from my YouTube channel, and my YouTube channel is primarily US and North America is by far the majority of the traffic, by far. So, when I know for a fact I've got a lot of referrals from the US and Canada. So I don't want to, and now I did come here and start looking at links, and if you look at the links are different. So I think this is optional, but I think somehow integrating this program might be what caused the glitches today. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. Hopefully everything stays the same. I was kind of hoping if they paid us on installs plus mining, that would be amazing. That would be super awesome. But I don't think they're paying us on both. I did send an email just to get clarity on that. But you saw earlier where I said it's all or and not and. Now, we'll just have to wait and see. But it looks like literally during this video, this is improving. When I get clarity from Cryptotab, I sent an email, 2 different emails. So hopefully I get clarity. Once I get clarity back, that will be awesome. I'll get back to you. I'll let you know what they say. I'm hoping to make a withdrawal today. This is day number 10. Normally I'm already over 100,000 Satoshi, but I'm willing to bet with everything going on today, it's probably delayed it a little bit. But it looks like the majority I made almost whole, which I'm okay with that. That's fine. They've got glitches. They'll figure it out. That's cool. Now, the second potential exit scam. Before I get to that, let me just say this real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, Cryptotab, as long as the developers in the company don't F this up, this will be one of the biggest earners, period, in a crypto space. And I want to do some more videos talking about that so you can understand. But keep in mind, it costs nothing for someone to start using it. It works just like the Chrome browser. It's built off the Chrome browser, which everybody's familiar with Chrome, so they already know how to use it. And think about 3 things. Think about how big the app market is. Think about how big the Chrome browser extension market is. Then think about specific extensions, like if you're familiar with the Ebates extension, which I don't even know if that's still around, but they've changed its name, it's rebranded, but it's still out there. And that's the extension where you have it on your browser, and when you shop online, you save like 3 cents, 5 cents, 10 cents here. There's even a crypto extension that does the same thing. You save a small percentage, and you get basically, you can redeem a check at some point for cash back based off what you've already spent money on. That thing has probably millions of users. You consider the Honey app, which has been heavily promoted and marketed, which lets you know, like, it's a coupon app. You get ready to check out, it lets you know if there's a promo code somewhere. Look at people who are using that to save money. Now, when there's a browser that basically pays you in cryptocurrency without you having to do anything extra to earn it, you don't have to go buy something online. It's not a coupon app. It's literally passive. You just use it. Once your clients download this app and they start using it, and they put their bookmarks in, and they get their own extensions up here, it's going to be their preferred browser. It's what they use. They're going to use it for years and years and years, as long as it continues to function properly. Some of them are going to even forget that they're earning Bitcoin. One day they're going to randomly click on that C and be like, oh my gosh, where did all this crypto come from? They're going to totally forget about it. So this is as stable. When you look at something that can pay you passive income, it's best to find something that people already use, like a Cryptotab browser. In some cases, it's best for it to be cheap. They will keep it longer. The cheaper, the better, the longer. That's not 100%, but in a lot of cases, that's true. Think about this. one of the most popular price points for a subscription model is $9.95. Why? Because people will pay it for years. I have a buddy of mine who runs, he has several businesses, but one of the businesses he ran, I actually don't even know what it, I guess I don't even know what it did. It was some sort of a conference call service, but it was outdated. Technology's outdated. He just ended the service. He bought the company and the service about 7 years ago. He said he just ended it, and he said, hey, I got to tell you something. I logged in and started looking at the users that were still using it, because he didn't do anything with it. It was just like a software as a service, basically, that people used. And he's, when he got to the point that it wasn't paying for its own hosting or whatnot, he finished it up. But he said, I was looking at his financial records. He said some of the people that were paying for it had been paying for it the entire time he owned it, and they had logged in and actually used the service 2 or 3 times. Like, people will pay for, and they weren't even using it. So now you're talking about a product that people will use. You're talking about a product they'll use for years upon years upon years. You're talking about something that they're already accustomed to using. The other thing with passive income type projects or products, subscription type products, when someone gets something delivered to their house, that's actually a friction point that can cause people to cancel a service. Like, there's subscription services for everything right now, right? Your wives can get, or your girlfriends can get shampoo on a subscription service right now. There's all sorts of cosmetic companies doing it. You've seen what's the company? I'm drawing a blank. Oh, Dollar Shave Club. That's another example of a subscription service for razors. There's subscription service for clothes, everything. Well, that's fine as long as you're excited to buy it. But the moment that you decide you're no longer excited by it, or as excited as you once were, you might forget about it, and you might pay that subscription for another month or two. But each time you get that product to your door or to your house, it's a reminder, oh, I need to cancel that. Oh, I need to cancel that. When there's an electronic subscription, like a membership site or whatever, a low price point product that they don't see, there tends to be a much higher retention. Cryptotab fits the bill for all of that. All of that. And potentially you're earning crypto, and your clients that you refer are earning crypto. Like, literally, this is insane. Like, it blows my mind how many people are missing the mark. It blows my mind that Andreas Antonopoulos doesn't use Cryptotab. Who knows? Maybe he does. The only reason he wouldn't, or the only reason I can see someone not using it, is if you have privacy concerns. And if that's the case, you're not using Cryptotab, you're not using Chrome, you're not using Mozilla, you're not using a lot of those. You're going to be using much more secure browsers as your primary browser. But the vast majority of the population out there are not using any of those browsers. They don't use their browser based off privacy features alone. But the vast majority of people out there would like to earn some free extra income or extra crypto for something that they're going to do anyway, regardless. Cryptotab browser. I think this thing could just go to the freaking moon long term. Okay, we'll keep going. All right, let's see. Now, the next potential exit scam, let's hope that because it looks like this isn't exit scamming. It looks like it's not exit scamming at all. I'll keep you posted on what I find out about how they're going to do the payout. My concern is it optional? This new Orange Pie thing, is it optional? Or is it required for everybody? Like, can you opt out of it? Because I know if they're going to pay me $2 per install, they know for a fact they're going to earn more than that. I'll be patient and I'll take the earnings. That's the way I see it. The way I see it, if I was going to invest $2 into buy Bitcoin, I'll put those $2 into advertising for Cryptotab, because those users are going to pay me a lot more long term than that $2. And hopefully I'll be getting paid for years and years, decades maybe. All right. So the next potential exit scam is Betfury. I'm going to refresh the page to see if this has changed, but this has showed up all of a sudden. And I recently had a comment on one of my videos. I think it's Matteo. I'm not saying know if I'm saying his name right, but he told me that he was one of the I guess he's playing on testnet. He's one of the beta testers or whatever. And he gave me some news on this, which is very new. Now I'm going to refresh this to see if it's still down. Look at that. That never feels like a good sign. That's even worse. Maybe it's that's even worse. Let me just go straight to the Betfury website. Now I'm told this is going to be launching. I'm told it's going to be launching. And then when you refresh, you get that. Okay. I think this is coming back live. He said it's going to be launching at 23 GMT time, 2300 GMT time, which is 11 o'clock Eastern. So it should be launching within the next couple of hours. Now, here's what's interesting about this. Here's what he told me. He said the way they pay out their dividends, provided, oh, look, it's loading. He said the way they're going to pay out their dividends is going to be unique. Now, I'll put a link for Betfury down into the description. You can check to see if they're live. The way they're going to pay out their dividends is going to be unique. They're going to be paying out the dividend pool at 7%. Now, we've seen this before. If you remember Rocket Game pays out their dividend pool at 30%. And here's what I've learned, just so you know how this is going to work. And, you know, there's some people that wouldn't say this. They wouldn't explain this to you because some of you aren't going to like this. But I see it as an overall positive. But I want you to be fully aware. If you decide to play, if you're trying to mine it for the token, be aware of what's going on. So they're going to pay out 7%. What that means is, let's just say dividends were 100. And it could be 100,000. It could be a million. We'll just say it's 100 just to keep this clear. They pay out 7%. So that means they're going to pay out 7 Tron, hypothetically, because that's 7% of 100. And I'm just using simple, small numbers so my math would be easier, to be honest with you. That means the next day, the dividend pool is going to start out at 93. It only takes 7% play for this to grow. All of a sudden, it grows the next day, before the day's done, it's going to grow to, let's just say, 120. Now that's interesting. That would show that a lot of people quit playing if that happened. They're going to pay out another 7 plus what? 8, roughly about 8. Now here's the key with that. All people realize is, wow, the pool went up and we got paid more. The next day, the pool goes up to whatever, 200. It goes back up to 200. They pay out 7%. Well, you're going to get 14. Now, let's just say that, now this is a bad sign. If it went from people getting 100 Tron into the dividend pool to all of a sudden 20, that means you lost 80% of your players right here. 80% of your players you lost from the previous day. But since they only paid out 7%, dividends went up right here. If it went back to 200, well, it's like, okay, that's similar to the first day. Now we got 14. What's actually happening is your player pool is basically doing this. It gives the illusion of dividend payouts that the player pool is doing this. I hope that's making sense to you. This is so rudimentary. Rudimentary? Is that how you say that? Rudimentary, however you say it. This is elementary. So here's the challenge. Is you see that what ends up happening is when the player, what the 7% will do, I think it's a good thing in some ways because a lot of people were playing for dividends. It's a good thing to keep play consistent. It's a bad thing if they can't keep people playing. Now, this will keep miners mining for longer than it's profitable. This right here, if you're just basing it, miners are where the initial amount of play is going to come from, and miners will play just until it's, they think it's not profitable anymore. They'll usually do it based off their dividends payouts. But normally what will happen is this will keep going because they're only paying out 7%. When the players decide to eventually stop or slow way down, then unfortunately the mining payouts will keep going, and when they start shrinking, it's going to be well after the peak of the players. So if this is a player blind right here, now this is all ugly, and this line here is the dividend line. The dividend line is going to basically turn well after the players are done. So that's a good and bad thing. It's just be aware of it. It's neither here nor there. Am I still going to probably mine it? If it comes back up, I'm 100% going to mine it. If it comes back up, I'm 100% going to mine it. I'll probably just spend a couple thousand Tron and see what happens. Get me to about 10. I don't know. It may go to 100. Here's what I can tell you. it's going to look like, most people are used to like Tron bet and stuff, and they go and they'll check the div pool every day. It's going to look like the div pool is going up every single day. Most people are not going to realize they're only paying out 7%. Most people aren't doing the math to realize how many tokens they have, how many tokens are frozen. They're not going to realize it's only paying out 7%. So they're going to be like, oh, wow, look, dividend pool keeps going up. Wow, it's going higher. Wow, it's going higher. Wow, this is on fire. I promise you, subscribe to my channel, bookmark this video, and come back to it. You're going to see YouTubers who are going to be saying things like, you know, this thing is on fire. Look, it's not stopping. It's not stopping. And they're going to say that based off the dividend pool, and they're not even going to realize that it's only paying out 7%. That's how you know who's like doing research and who's just talking. They're not going to know that it's only paying out 7%. And truthfully, I wouldn't know it had it not been for one of my commenters, so I appreciate him saying that. But what ends up happening is they're like, oh, this is crazy. This is amazing. I saw it happen on Rocket Games. People were just promoting the dividend pool. And the dividend pool was going up, but when the player pool was already dropping. The dividend pool will keep going up longer than the player pools are playing. I hope that's making sense to you. Because, let me bring this up one more time. Let's just say that this keeps going. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to find. Let's just say that this keeps going, right? It goes to 100, it goes to 120, it goes to 200, eventually goes to, wow, you can't even see that. It eventually goes to 250, then it goes to 300, or we'll say 350, and eventually it comes over here to like 500. Well, they're only paying out 7%, which means they're going to pay out for quite a few days before it gets all the way down to 7, before you start dropping below the 7 TRX payout, the original payout. So it's a good thing from the standpoint that they claim that they're doing it. Because I asked the commenter, you know, why are they saying they're doing this? He said they claim they're doing it because it's the best way to do it when a game is currently under development. I don't know if that's true or not. I think that may be true, but the biggest reason to do it is because it's going to allow you to grow a much bigger player base, because it's not going to cause the player base to drop off so fast, because it's going to give the illusion that divs are growing more than they are. But at the same time, it gives a consistency to the dividend payout, and people love that. And it gives a consistent positive dividends, and people love that. Now, none of this actually really matters. The benefit to this long term, if they're a profitable business and it looks like they can be, and they can really get people playing and it looks like they can, what it will do is just secure your dividend payouts longer, and you'll have a lot less major fluctuations from day to day in your dividend payouts. And I think that's overall a good thing. So this isn't neither good or bad in my opinion. I don't think Betfury's, I don't think they're exit scamming. I think they're coming back. What would be the point? They didn't actually take anything really. You registered with your Tron link address, but there's nothing they can do with that. So I think they're going to be coming back. I think Cryptotab is going to be coming back. It's just a matter of figuring out what's the future going to look like. Listen, crypto is a very interesting space. It is fascinating. I applaud you for being here and learning about this stuff way before everybody else is even here talking about it, looking at it, etc. By the way, before you get out of here, I want to let you know about this real quick. In my previous video, I did a video where I talked about getting referrals and using Crypto Pros to get referrals. I was going to make a video about Crypto Pro comp plan, which is a 2x20 matrix, versus like the Cryptotab comp plan, but Cryptotab was down. So I wanted them to be up, and I'll talk about the differences in these two comp plans. But without the comp plan period, Crypto Pros seems to be providing really good traffic. So if you're looking to promote something, and I'm still testing the traffic, I'm still testing it, but I'm also earning from using their traffic. So I'll put a link in the description. I've yet to make I was going to make a purchase today, and I just haven't had a chance. So I'll probably do it before the end of the day or tomorrow. I'll be making a purchase of advertising. Because of the compensation plan is what's known as a forced matrix, it's possible I could end up buying some traffic, which means that you could earn money from me buying traffic, because it'd be a position. If you want to know more about it, just come here. You can watch this video. You can read up on the website. I'll do a whole video about the compensation plan. I don't care about the compensation plan as much. Here's what I care about. If you're trying to advertise to get referrals, the best referral on the planet for something like Cryptotab browser, for example, or any of the faucets, or any of the programs out there that allow you to earn passive income, passive crypto. You want people that are already in crypto. You want people that are already willing to spend money to promote their cryptocurrency projects. And that's the traffic that Crypto Pro sends. And it seems extremely affordable, some of the most affordable traffic I've ever seen. And it's some of the best targeted traffic I've seen so far. I'm still testing it out. I will tell you the full verdict's not out, but it looks like it's going to be some of the best traffic I have ever used. And I'll keep you posted on that as well. Those of you who have seen my video on list leverage, I don't recommend list leverage. I've been planning to do a video on that. I haven't done it yet. But after further review, I don't recommend list leverage. I am researching another source of advertising as well. I will keep you posted on that, so stay tuned for that. Be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my videos. Hit that bell notification icon. I will keep you up to date on news related to Cryptotab, Betfury, the dApp space in general, cryptocurrency in general. You don't want to miss it. Stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching.